Hey people, it is Saturday, May the 4th. The time is 11:33 in the morning, and it's about 8 degrees Celsius here in downtown Calgary, Alberta. I just arrived in the city just minutes ago. I took the Flix bus down from Edmonton, Alberta, and it dropped me off right in a parking lot in the middle of downtown. And we're looking at the Calgary Tower. Once the tallest structure downtown, but those days are long gone. And I'm gonna make my way into the Beltline neighborhood, which is a popular neighborhood just south of downtown, to meet up with my sister. My sister arrived in town a bit earlier than me. She flew from Edmonton to Calgary, where I opted to take the bus. So she's with a friend of hers at a restaurant in the Beltline called the Coup. So I'm gonna go make my way over there and meet up with her and her friend. And I thought I'd record the walk along the way. This is my first video in Calgary. And this is my first time really walking around in downtown Calgary. I've only passed through the city before. Didn't have much chance to explore in previous times where I did pass through. So the heart of downtown is just to the north, where all the major office towers are. And I'll get into the core a bit later to record some videos and do a live stream. See, Calgary has some pretty impressive skyscrapers. Maybe I'll head down to the Beltline. I was going to walk further to the west, but maybe I'll head south into the Beltline neighborhood first. It's a fairly interesting neighborhood. Unfortunately, I'm carrying a heavy bag with me. It's taking a bit of the enjoyment out of this walk. So we're on 12th Avenue, so I'm going to head down to 17th Avenue. And we're at 1st Street, so I'm going to head west once we get to 17th Avenue over to 8th Street, and that's about where the restaurant is.
Oh, hell yeah.
And a beautiful bright morning here. It's a bit of a chill in the air, but I think it'll warm up a bit more as the day progresses. talk over the Muzak as I do. First occurrence of Muzak in Calgary. I think we handled it. I have to say, having just come from Edmonton, it definitely does feel more big city in downtown Calgary. Edmonton has tall buildings and all that sort of thing too, but the feel of the downtown is not quite as big city-ish for various reasons, which I talked about in my videos of Edmonton. I did a live stream also from downtown Edmonton. That was just yesterday. I think the main thing is Edmonton feels a bit sparse downtown. There are too many open spaces and vacant lots and parking lots. Not a lot of cohesion. The urban fabric is a bit disjointed through downtown Edmonton. There's tons of potential though to fill it all in, to make it a more pleasant urban environment. I think Calgary is just ahead of Edmonton in that respect. Yeah, we've had our second occurrence of Muzak here in Calgary. It's already outdoing Edmonton in that respect also. I think I only encountered Muzak maybe once in my entire time when I was in Edmonton. So 15th Avenue, just not much farther to go until I get to 17th. Let's see if we can get a better view of downtown, the heart of downtown. Not really. And here's 17th Avenue already. There was no 16th. It went from 15th to 17th. All right, so this will take us through the Beltline. This is a downtown adjacent popular neighborhood with shops and restaurants, a nice walkable commercial strip. And it does have some pretty good views of the skyline from here. I can look through the fence.
It is a bit cold.
Second Street, formerly Hamilton Street. I wonder why they didn't keep some of the named streets from days gone by. There you can see Calgary's tallest building right there, that glassy office tower. It's just a smidge shorter than Edmonton's tallest building. So Edmonton does beat out Calgary for tallest building in Alberta, even though Calgary has far more skyscrapers than Edmonton does. Edmonton still decided to trump Calgary in that respect. The Grinning Goat Vegan Boutique. I think the place I'm going to meet my sister, the Coup, it's C-O-U-P, is actually a vegan place as well.
But we're still, we know.
There's a vacant lot ripe for development. And Calgary, along with Edmonton, are pretty much the two fastest growing cities in Canada, or have been. Toronto is really picking up steam these days as well. But the growth of Calgary and Edmonton has been nothing short of phenomenal.
You should go over there, and then they did. Like, luckily.
Both cities have around 1.5 million. Calgary might have a couple 100,000 on Edmonton, maybe 1.6 million to Edmonton's 1.4. But they're growing so fast and growing almost at an equal rate that they'll never really be too far apart in population. Calgary's bigger now, but at one time Edmonton was the bigger city. And who knows, in the future, it might change back the other way around again. So some of the shops and restaurants here. It's a neat little strip, I must say. It's not urban in the same way like Queen Street is in Toronto or anything like that, but it has sort of a unique sort of character to it. All the patios liven things up. And we're at 5th Street, formerly College Road. Another look north towards the heart of downtown. Well, I guess not only in Toronto do sidewalks get obstructed. The coffee shop is called Don't Yell at Me. Neat looking building there. I think we're getting closer. This might be a shorter walk than I thought. Now the street is taking on a little bit more of a built-up, proper commercial strip look to it. More substantial buildings. Not a bad little strip. I'm digging the vibe. Seventh Street. So this one didn't have a former name. Put my bag down for a second. It's a small bag, but it weighs a ton. I'm a very dense packer. nice older building over in that direction. This is cool, nice little linear park here. You can walk on either side of it. I think the Coup is on this side of the street though. I really like this. New residential on the rise. This is nice. Oh, so this is actually 16th Avenue on this side. I better make sure I go back to 17th Avenue, otherwise I'd be on the wrong street. So 8th Street, so the place should be not too much further past here. The George. There it is, the Coup. I found it. Let's see if I can spot my sister. This place is just opening for business for the day. And 17th Avenue continues on. There's several more blocks. At least the interesting part of it, I should say. I'm not sure how long the street continues on. If it goes all the way into suburbia or not.
Weird. It's like different process.
Saucy burger. So definitely a nice little strip here in the Beltline, just a bit south of the heart of downtown Calgary.
But like, do you want to have that?
And I guess this is sort of like the Queen Street analog for Calgary. We're talking about something we're familiar with in Toronto. Definitely a different sort of built environment though than Queen, as I mentioned. But quite nice. So I think I'm going to start to wrap up the walk. I'll head back up to the Coup. So I hope you enjoyed my first ever video in Calgary, Alberta. Made our way from pretty much right where I got off the bus. Just on the edge of the downtown core, and made our way down here to the Beltline along 17th Avenue, checking out the neighborhood. So I hope you enjoyed the walk in Cowtown, as they call it, or do they still call it Cowtown? Former nickname, maybe? Toronto was called Hogtown at one time, so I guess it's not so bad that Calgary was called Cowtown. As I was saying, leave a comment down below if you enjoyed or not. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And also make sure you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal or via my merch store, or you can also support the channel by sending a super thanks if you prefer. And you can find me on Instagram under KContinuum. And here we are back at the Coup. So thanks for watching, and thanks to all the channel members. And be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.